these leafy green Volkswagens over here. They refer to them as clean diesels, and clean is a relative term, but they are far cleaner than diesels used to be. Not really trying as hard as we could. If we can get 25 miles per gallon on the highway, like golly, couldn't we do any better? I mean, 660 miles a tank, that sounds like a lot. They probably put a big gas tank in there. And I know this is heavy. That's the thing. This Touareg is a very heavy SUV, and maybe that's part of the problem, is that we're driving such heavy cars. We need some fun in the auto concept too, and surfer cars are definitely fun. Look at this thing, it looks like beach chairs inside. Wow. Oh, I like it, I like it. You got a real sense of humor making a car like this. I love it. What's a motorcycle doing at the LA Auto Show? Well, this is the Suzuki stand. So they bring their motorcycles with them to their show just to remind the audience of what we know them for and what they do really, really well. And they're doing cars better and better all the time.
They're essentially giving you more the European car feel to it, where it's a smaller, fuel-efficient vehicle, but more amenities.
So what is the fuel efficiency we can expect to get from it?
Right now, the 1.4 turbocharged engine, they're giving me 40 miles per gallon on the highway.
Wow.
So smaller displacement engines, but we're using the 6-speed transmission.
Wow. This is the new Mazda 2, which is coming here in 2011, which is cousin to the Ford Fiesta. And it's a very handsome, sporty-looking small car, and that's the deal. If you make them look nice, people will enjoy driving them, unlike some of the econo boxes of yesteryear. Space efficiency is important too. Fuel efficiency and space efficiency actually go hand in hand. Toyota is a company that sells family cars. They are what Chevy used to be, and this is a great display. They've got it all here.
Check out that front grille on our
You can see why they're the #1 automaker in the world.
Very SUV-like. It's wider than last year's model.
All new 3-zone climate control. ABS brakes so you hold the road. Cutting-edge safety keeps your mind at ease. Can I buy one, please? Sienna, built with your family in mind. Sienna, so you can all have a safe and good time. Sienna, features that you really need. Sienna, Sienna,
Mysterious. Thanks. Give it up for the Toyotas. You guys are awesome. Now that the Toyotas have put all the information about the Sienna in the song, if you'd
The
like to come
Toyotas,
over
I
and
love
take
it.
a closer look.
Windmills, alternative energy, sort of in the background as backdrop. They want you to associate hybrid technology. Look at that, green, life, plants, a child. They want all these beautiful emotional resonances as well as clean energy, future. They want all these concepts to be in your mind when you think of Toyota. It is masterful marketing. This Prius plug-in hybrid, they're going to be delivering about 150 of them to the States, 500 of them worldwide, starting in early 2010. And this plug-in hybrid will go up to 60 miles an hour in electric vehicle only mode, whereas the regular hybrid Prius goes up to 25 miles an hour in electric mode only. So it's a pretty significant leap forward. It's a very different design conceptually from the Volt, but again, it's an interesting mix of electricity and gas propulsion. Today's Prius will go up to 1 mile in electric only mode before the gas engine kicks in. This plug-in hybrid will go 13 miles in electric only mode before the gas engine kicks in. So the Volt goes much further. These are the radiators back here, actually, pumping out massive heat from the V10 engine. Interesting to have a front-mounted rear radiated.
For those of you who have attended the LA Auto Show in the past, you've probably seen something similar to this called the LFA, but those were concept vehicles. The great news this year is this vehicle is actually going into production. So the LFA that you see up here on the turntable is an example of what's going to be coming your way towards the end of next year or the beginning of 2011. So the LFA stands for Lexus Fuji Apex. A lot of people have been asking that question, and it is Lexus's first supercar. Now there's some special ingredients that make a supercar, some things that are very important. Any guesses on what might be important for a supercar?
Horsepower!
Horsepower, exactly. That means it has to be a fast vehicle, and the LFA definitely is. 552 horsepower, 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds. Very fast, and top speeds of over 200 miles per hour. So we definitely have fast cover. We have a 4.8 liter V10 engine up here in the front of the vehicle, and towards the back is where you're going to find the transmission and the twin radiators. So very balanced. If you want to take a look at that, we do have a cutaway right over to my right, and you can see a lot of the components inside the LFA.
The V10 engine in the front, my God, look at the size of that thing. And then back here, you've got the transmission. They refer to this as a rear-mounted transaxle. And that's how you keep the car balanced. And a balanced car drives neutrally and handles really well. Look at these brakes right here. You can see that's not conventional cast iron. That is carbon ceramic, and they are fade-free. You can stop in those all day long at the racetrack, and they'll just perform for you. They just don't give up. Real high-end stuff. And you can't just walk into a Lexus dealer and buy one. They have to court you. They have a select list of clientele that they think are appropriate for the car. They test drive you if you want to buy one of these. This is the Lexus HS250H Hybrid. About $35,000 to get in, about 35 miles combined mileage on this. Another entry in the hybrid game. They are everywhere, they're proliferating. This is part of the Lexus exhibit, and you just walk by it. It's just in the background. They want you to think of water, they want you to think of clean, they want you to think of something fresh and unpolluted, and in your mind, associate that with Lexus. Subtle, brilliant. See, we've got a hybrid here, the four-door, hybrid SUV. We've got a hybrid luxury car. Lexus is leading the way. Toyota, Lexus, they are the kings of hybrids. I gotta give them total credit for that, for getting out in front of it. And this is a beautiful concept. Wow. And that's the news from the 2009 Los Angeles Auto Show. It's going to be a while, obviously, before we get off of fossil fuels entirely, but I will say this, overall, the future looks good. A lot of interesting choices coming down towards us, and when the time comes to buy your next vehicle or lease your next vehicle, please make the most fuel-efficient or alternative fuel choice that you can, as well as contact the manufacturers and let them know what you want. We've heard around the auto show that they're interested in hearing what we have to say. They take our feedback and they consider it as they're making product development choices. So get out there, get active, and flex your political muscle.